Hey guys, welcome to installment 3 of my indie eyeshadow brand haul. I didn't realize there was going to be an installment 3, but I didn't realize that I had placed so many orders for so many different palettes from so many different brands. In fact, I had placed some orders for not eyeshadows, so I wanted to do a final installment to this indie brand haul series. I said that I was going to do this like in 2023 and then I ended up not doing it. So I went full tilt in 2024, clearly. This video is just going to be a haul style video where I go over all of the stuff from all of the indie brands that I hauled, including doing some swatches. I like to do that just so that I'm playing with these palettes on camera with you. I hope that you guys enjoy. Let's get into playing with some makeup. You guys, it is so hot today. It's just getting hotter and hotter. And it is so freaking hot upstairs. The less clothes, the better at this point. This time around, I actually hauled some things that weren't eyeshadows. By the way, you guys, I'll be linking everything in the description box in case you are interested in checking any of this stuff out. Let's go over Colored Raine first, because I picked up some other stuff from them. Because I guess they were having like some good deal on stuff. Like this had to have been pretty inexpensive. So I picked up some brushes that actually feel like really good quality. This one here is a large blending brush. If you guys see me short a nail, I yanked this one off. It was like bugging me. These were like the press-ons, the impress nails, where it's just those like peel and stick. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan so far. They're not secure enough for me. Anyway, so this is their large blending brush. I feel like it was pretty inexpensive. And so I picked up a couple of the brushes, but the quality of this just feels really good. Just very soft, perfect amount of density. I mean, they make eyeshadows, so I feel like they probably do a pretty decent job at these brushes. And then I picked up this one, which is the angled powder brush, which is pretty darn big, but I could definitely see myself doing some like bronzer or powdered blush with this for sure. Yeah. I love brushes. It's just a weird thing. Like, I love collecting them, but especially with my channel, I go through brushes like crazy with like try-ons and I can't clean them fast enough. This one, for whatever reason, came in its own little baggie. Yeah, that was difficult to get out. This one is the small angled face brush, which I think I can use for cream or liquid blush because it just has that really nice like angled tip and it's not too dense. I love all of these. Usually I'll get brushes and I'm like, some of them are okay. And then I'll dislike some of the other ones. But so far, touching these is all something I would like. This one's the round shadow brush, which I use constantly for packing shimmers on the lid. I just feel like I never have enough of those little bad boys. And then I got one final one, which is a blending brush, which I really like because it's a little bit different than, there goes my son, than the other one. This one is more precise. Like this one is definitely a fluffier blending brush, which I like. And then anyway, I feel like I'm really gonna enjoy these brushes because they all feel really good. I'm actually just gonna put them away right now. Oh, I just forgot one. Here's one that comes in its own box. Crazy, girl. Did I even open this one yet? Oh, yes I did. This is the large angled body brush. So, why did I get this? I'm not even sure. Can I still use it for my cheeks? Yeah, I totally could. I get it. It's like a, for your décolleté or something, but it's probably not how I'm gonna use it. I honestly will probably use this to like sweep, I don't know, something all over. But look how fluffy this is. So crazy. You guys, if they could make like beds out of this material, it's like a little cloud. Yes. So some of the other things that I picked up, did you guys know that Colored Raine made cream blushes? I had no idea. Did you know they made 3 different formulas? Which is crazy. Actually, one of these is a highlighter, but I saw it and thought, oh, I could totally use this as a blush, so that's what I got it for. Let's go over that one. It's the Focal Point Glow Lighter. It's just a pressed highlighter in the shade Just Peachy, but it was so deep that I thought I could get away with it as a blush. By the way, you guys, these were pretty inexpensive, I'm telling you. I will list the prices in the description box along with the links to these, but they were so affordable. I feel like that's why I ended up picking up a bunch of stuff. Oh, you see why I absolutely 100% purchased this? Look at this. It's my favorite peachy tone with the gold pigment inside of it. You guys, this is I'm like trying to escape my face, but it needs my face in order to focus. Anyway, look at that. Ooh, You guys, you could use this as anything. A blush, a darker skin tone, could use it as a highlighter. You could use it as like eyeshadow. Look at how friggin' beautiful that is. By the way, if you can't tell, I totally adjusted my camera settings and everything is coming in so much more clear and in better lighting, and I'm so freaking excited that I figured out how to use this darn thing. Anyway, that looks absolutely stunning. And I was really surprised that Colored Raine had so many different formulas and so many different things that really just excited me. The shirt is crooked and it's driving me bonkers. Okay. And then they had the cream blush. That's all it's called. Straight up cream blush. Maybe floral cream blush, or floral is the shade, one of the two. I have swatched this. I have swatched all of these. But look how bright pink that is. Like just this poppy pink. Like, isn't this a great like spring and summer shade? This is not at all what I was expecting when I first swatched it. It's like a whipped texture. Can you guys like see how whipped it is? Like especially on my swatch. Ooh, but it's really emollient, even though it's kind of this whipped texture. And look how pigmented it is. What does this box say? It says with sodium hyaluronate and jojoba oil. Okay, well you can definitely feel like the oils give it that emollients. It's actually really nice feeling, and I have buffed this in and it's almost like this powder finish. Look at, oh, that's gonna be so stunning. I'm telling you guys, they had some pretty good stuff other than just eyeshadows. All right, here's the last blush. It's called the Copper Rose Cream Blush. I don't know what shade this is in yet. I think that's it. It just says Copper Rose Cream Blush on it. But it's different than the other one in terms of formula. This one I swatched and it felt more like a balm. Yeah, see, this is a stiffer formula that's like pigmented but more sheer. It's not like a whipped texture. Yeah, and you can even see like its radiance on the swatch. Yeah, this is definitely more like a balm. This is so cool. I got a powder, one that's more of a like a cream to powder formula almost, and then one that's like a balm. Oh, these are gonna be so good. I can already tell the way that they feel and the way that they buff in. I didn't need more cream blushes because I just did a ranking, and what did I have? 59, that's fine. Now I have 61. You know what? There will never be a time where I'm like, no to a cream blush, okay? All right, I picked up 2 palettes from Colored Raine. So I think these are older ones. I don't know that Colored Raine has had one come out in a while. Oh, that's holographic? No way. Oh, how cool is that? The wings are kind of like holographic. Oh, the cover is holographic. Look, it's flying. Oh, I think this is an older palette. It's the Queen Bee palette. Oh, you can't even. You guys look at it in its stunningness. Look at the colors on this now that I've adjusted the settings. Oh, delightful. Let's swatch. That's what we do, we swatch. I'm going for these shimmers first. Ding, ding, ding. That one looks like a chunky, sparkly one though, a little bit. And this is like either a duochrome or a multi-chrome. Right there. Let's see what they give us. Oh yeah, this is like a sparkly, chunky one. And this one is really smooth. Probably a duochrome, maybe a multi-chrome. I don't know. Both of those are stunning. But you guys, look how rich these mattes are. They're rich. Like if they're this pigmented, I am in trouble. These are crazy. Oh, this black shade looks like the blackest shade I've ever had. Like I'm telling you, I've never had a black richer than this. It's crazy. We have to swatch it. How intense is it? It's nice and creamy. Ooh, sheesh. This would be like a great fall palette. Although, oh, stop that right now. I will use colors, whatever the hell I feel like all year round. If I want to wear a fucking red lip in the middle of summer, I will. Look at that. You know what? There's only one more shade. Let me just swatch it. I always try to save my fingers, but this is only a 6 pan, so let's do it. How intense. Pretty good. Pretty damn good, you guys. Look how rich that comes out. Oh, that is so freaking exciting. I honestly could have done with 3 shimmers to 3 mattes, but this is pretty badass. Pretty badass. I think I'm gonna really enjoy this little thing. Anyway, that's one. I already need 99 towels. I don't even know if I can get rid of this cover, the sleeve, just because it looks so freaking cool. All right, the second one is the Safari Raine, which is funny. It's Raine like Colored Raine. I don't know, this one is a little bit more desaturated It's not as intense as the other one. It's more of like, I don't know, a desaturated safari vibe. And there's just something soft about this color story. So I don't think it's gonna get super intense, but you know what? Oh, shwoo! I just stuck my finger in one of the shimmers. Wow, they're like butter. Well, that one anyway. It's this one. It's a little bit of a creamier formula. It's the one on the bottom left, but the other ones also felt really creamy. It does not want to focus. Yeah, holy smokes, delicious. I mean, they're maybe like a little bit textured, but they're not chunky. So they're pretty darn light reflecting shimmers. You know what? Let's just do the other two. We might as well. And let's pick up this turquoise matte. Ooh, it's a little bit more hard pressed than the other palette, but oh shoot, that one just, you guys, I love swatching. I love playing with eyeshadows. That was just one of the mattes. You know what? Let's do some of the lighter ones just to kind of see what, wow, that turquoise one stained my fingers. See the saturation or the pigmentation on these two. See if they're a little bit more dialed down. They're pretty good. Yeah, they're actually pretty good. They're a lot more intense than they look like in the pan. That's just like a fun, kind of grungy fall color story. It's probably when the palette was released, but of course I'm not getting these new. I'm just picking things that I think I would like from their site to test it out. And this one looked so much different than the other one, which always has me like question if they switch something but they still have it in stock, you know? Like why round pans versus square pans? Like why do an imprint on this one and not on other ones? But anyway, that was the stuff from Colored Raine. What shall we do next? I actually think I picked up two things from MBA Cosmetics. I'm pretty sure. No, I just picked up this one thing from MBA Cosmetics. I got the Pumpkin Kisses and Autumn Wishes palette. I do believe this was probably released around that. Look at my hand! Oh heavens. It's literally like the hazard of doing these swatches is this crazy nonsense. Back to what I was saying, I believe this was probably released for the fall time. You can tell a lot of this is kind of hand done. It's almost like it was kind of printed on here, if that makes sense. Like it has a bit of a texture to it. You can tell that MBA Cosmetics is a smaller indie brand. And on the back of this, it does say 36-month shelf life, which I actually liked because like they probably all should say that, you know? I know they can't, but we're all keeping our palettes that long. But look at this beautiful little fall color story. Again, you can turn anything into summer, and you can turn anything into fall or spring or whatever. So I didn't care that I got, oh, look at that, a fall palette for like the summertime. I think there's actually a couple of, I think this one is like a duochrome. Not this one, but definitely this one here. Yeah, right here. These are all super duper creamy, super intensely pigmented. They're really nice feeling. Like the quality of this feels good. I want to say it's like Sherry owns MBA Cosmetics, I think is her name. Let's swatch this one that looks like a little bit of a different texture. And then we'll swatch some of these mattes. I don't dare use my pinky because that swatch will suck. This shimmer just feels more like a stickier satin. Yeah, it is. It doesn't have as much light reflection. The match swatch pretty well though. Like, I'm not hating it. Like, look how fall that is. Yeah, yeah. They're pretty bright colors. Like, this almost is like a teal, even though it looks pretty green in the pan. And then this one right here, it's very richly pigmented. Oh, by the way, I did get this palette at a discount because this one had a defect. So at the very bottom, can you see like it came off of Woodland and Fireside? It probably came from the manufacturer like that and it was like half off, and so I was like, snag, like yes, I don't care. I don't need my palettes to be perfect. I totally bought the heck out of this. I don't know how many she got that were defective, but it's probably still on her site at a like special discounted price. It feels like a really good formula. And I think she sent these with it. It's hard to keep track, but I think it came with these free brushes, if I'm not mistaken, from her. Here I am like trying to rip the plastic, you guys. It just comes out of the bottom. Woo! Actually, I like this for like a small shimmer brush. You know, it's just like a detailed brush. I'm gonna put this over here. I didn't pay for these or anything, they just came with it. And I use brushes like this all the time for like precision liner or shadow brush. So yes, I will take that. Thank you very much. All right, let's move on to Artitude Cosmetics. This is another fall palette, I'm sure. It's the Obsession palette. I think I'm saying this correctly. Isn't this cover so cute? Like you can see through, like how could you even get rid of these sleeves? I don't know. There we go, dropping stuff already. Okay, look at this stunning, delicious delight. By the way, it's easier for me to hold them upside down so the mirror doesn't blind you guys. Hopefully that's not annoying. The shade names are upside down. Okay, I'll try and hold it up right side up. But look at these delicious foiled yummy goodies. Like there's so much here that you could do. I mean, there's like a decent number of shimmers to match. The color story is dark, but there's still some really great tones that could stand on their own that don't necessarily scream fall to me personally. And I also picked up one of their hydrating lip oils. So let me open this first before I start swatching. I'm into trying like other products from brands. I don't want to just like stick to the eyeshadow, you know. I'd like to try like lashes and liners and lip oils and all that good stuff. This feels like your standard lippy oil, you know, just like fully slick, no stick to it. You know, it seems like it's medium shine. It's not intense, but it could be. It's hard to say. Smells just like freaking watermelon. Is that what I have? Yes, wicked watermelon. Makes sense. Anyway, I'm really excited to try the freaking lip oils that aren't $1 million from Sephora. Okay, I was just called away to dinner. So now I'm back and I have libations. Let me go ahead and throw my lip oil back on. This is the Gisou Honey Infused Lip Oil in Mango Passion Punch. I'm sure I'll be talking about this one in a speed review. So far, you guys are really enjoying it. Okay, so we were at the Obsession palette. Now I'm getting a little buzzed because I had a drink with dinner, and watch me mispronounce everything upcoming. Anyway, let's get into this one. There is some great like fun multi-chromes. Like I'm pretty sure this is a multi-chrome right here. Even this one right here, like some of these look stunning. Oh shit, how drunk did I get? Woo, damn. By the way, you guys, trigger warning. I have the fan on right beside me. I have the one up above off. But I do hear that some of you guys like can hear the fan, and it does become pretty distracting where it can be like a noise that people don't like to hear. And I completely understand if you want to duck out of this part of the video. I absolutely try not to film in the evenings because it just gets too hot up here in the summertime without any kind of fan running. Anyway, that's my disclaimer. This one shade in Seance, no, this is not. Senescence. Oh my god, I'm never going to be able to pronounce this. This looks like a multi-chrome, but it's like full on wet. The one next to it is like a I'm gonna cry. Oh, stop it right the heck now. Look at that. Holy shit. I get so excited. I knew this one was gonna be so good. I knew it. Even the swatches of this looked, what? Ooh, no girl. Don't start. It's stunning. Stunning. All right, let's see if you guys can see the flip on those two. Can you see it? It's kind of hard. Oh, there you go. Like this one, you can kind of see the flip now. It goes to like almost an orange. Like it's really cool. Or here's the green, which you can easily see the flip. It goes to like blue to green. Oh man, adjusting these camera settings was the best thing of my life. I found so many videos on how to adjust the camera settings for this particular camera that I've had for, I want to say 6 months now. And none of those videos were as helpful as watching Think Media. Think Media literally gave me the step-by-step tutorial for my particular camera, and I was like, that's it, that's the ticket. This is the video I've been searching for this whole time. Anyway, these are full-on stunners. I feel like this next one is like a tealy multi-chrome too. So you have like, I want to say 3 more foiled shadows. This is another one that's like a little bit more foiled, but then the other ones are pretty freaking smooth. Look at this duochrome. Is it a duochrome or is it a multi-chrome? Green to blue. Green to blue. I can't. We need to swatch some of these mattes though and see how freaking rich they are. Rich they are. I need to keep drinking. That's what I need to do. OMG. All right, let's take this black shade. Let's take a maroon shade. Let's take the teal shade and let's go in with the pinky on a green shade. This black is not the blackest matte I've ever had. Oh, it's pretty good though. Pretty good though. Look at that. Stunner. I'm just into tones like this right now. Like blacks, maroons, and greens. Yep. And then it has some lighter tones up top too. Maybe I should swatch those. Oh, that teal stained me. Just so we can kind of see what some of these other colors kind of look like if you wanted to go a little bit more desaturated. I mean, why the heck not? We're here. Oh, wow. Hello. I like her. I like her a lot. Yes, I do. Yeah, some of those later ones are just lighter in general. They're just more What is going on? Was I like leaning on my elbow? More desaturated here. And they look like it too. They're lighter shades overall. I just think this is going to be such a fun, freaky deaky palette. Like some of these shimmers are just absolutely amazing. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at this. I love it. Look at this rag. That's hilarious. That is freaking hilarious. I have to take my wet and dry rag just to get it like completely off. All right, anyway, that is Artitude Cosmetics. I want to say this did take quite a while to ship, but it didn't disappoint. Like the minute I opened the palette, I knew it was going to be a stunner. It's honestly, it's like palettes like that that just make me want to keep buying from them. I don't know what Artitude Cosmetics like has. I feel like they didn't have like a huge selection of palettes, because I did go back to their website and like look to see what else they had, but it just kind of seemed like it was maybe a little bit light on like the palette department. They had some other things which I want to say were like singles, and then they had some like highlighters. This is like the card that came. So Rux is the owner. Like which one is Rux? You guys tell me which one, or maybe it's none of them. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to Salem Cosmetics. I did have one of their palettes, I want to say in my last haul. Maybe it was the first one that I did, but I liked it so much that I got another one. So Salem Cosmetics is out of Louisiana, and I feel like a lot of their stuff is like hand pressed. I don't know who the owner is, but I just see that it ships out of Louisiana, which isn't far from me. It also came with these cute little stickers, which is like a crow. Is that what that is? Yeah, I guess so. Like on a stick, like a pointy thing. Like what is that? Does it have like a nail up its ass? It's kind of what it looks like. And then like a bottle explosion of little mushrooms. So, okay, those are kind of cute. Anyway, doesn't this look gorgeous? Delightful. Grunge life. I can't remember what the other palette was, but I'm sure it's like right over there in those black baskets. Let's keep drinking, shall we? All right, let's take a look at this. Guys, did I have a theme this time? Was I just feeling grungy palettes when I went on my full buying spree? But look at it. Doesn't that look like a delicious little fall dessert? Okay, this one is a multi-chrome and it's soft. This is like one of those chunky foiled. Look, now my words are rolling together. This feels like a duochrome too, maybe even a multi-chrome. Like I'm so intrigued. I'm intrigued by these colors. Ugh, it's like a translucent multi-chrome. So's that one. They have decent bases. Oh, this one is a black base or a brown based duochrome maybe. Did I swatch one here? Yes, I did. I don't even know. Oh, that one's like a tacky, like soft one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just wait for it to get in focus. These are all super stunning. There seems like there's one satin shade in here, or like a matte with sparkles is what this looks like. I think that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, kind of. Let's swatch some of these other ones. I definitely want to swatch this black. Ooh, that black is rich. Dang. Yeah, I think I remember the mattes in the other palette that I got swatched so well that I was so freaking excited to get another one. These all seem like super pigmented, super saturated. Just honestly a fun color story. I swatched all like the deeper ones. There's definitely some lighter tones in here, so you could go lighter. Like some of these shimmers can be done like just on their own, you know? You could like pair these with like one of these lighter shades as like a transition, or you could go super deep and theme it out kind of. Just a lot that I feel you could do with this. I am getting so dirty right now, it's not even a funny joke. Swatching these blacks is madness. I go through so many wet wipes when I do videos like this. It's insane. You need a whole budget just for the swatching. Super fun. I love when they have like different textures in here. Like I just love when you get couple of soft shades, and then you get like these ones that are a little bit more creamy, and the one above it is just a little bit more chunky. Like, I just like when there's different textures, different things going on with the shimmer formula. So again, I think I'm really going to enjoy this so long as the mattes perform well. All right, next let's move on to Shine by Esty. I reached out to Shine to see if I could get a discount code because they have the Mean Greens. I guess it's a collection. It's a palette that just came out. It's a new release, and I did pick that up, so that is coming, but I may feature that as like an actual new release because it is new instead of all of these, which are a little bit older palettes. Anyway, they came in these individual containers and I popped them all out. I think I had to pay for the palette like separately. I don't think that it was part of it. I just think you could get the singles for one price and then the palette, which is Garden of Love, by the way, separately. But I pulled these all out when they arrived and put them in this magnetic palette. She said she would give me a code, but then she didn't respond to me, and she was gonna allow me to purchase the Mean Greens ahead of time, but then she didn't. Like, I never heard back from her, so it's fine. It's fine. I'm just happy when I get responses. If you guys saw my first haul where Ensley Raine just like straight up blocked me instead of like actually responding, like, I don't find that appealing at all. I think that's totally rude and unprofessional, and I mean, there's all sorts of reasons that you shouldn't do stuff like that in your small business, but I'm not a business owner, so what the hell do I know? Anyway, I haven't tried Shine by Esty's formula ever, so this would be my first time. You guys, oh, I am stunned by some of the formulas here. Let me swatch. I'm trying to remember which ones were my favorite because some of these are a little bit different. I want to say these three were my favorite. I can't even deal with the gorgeousness that was happening. Okay, I'll show you guys a close-up in a second. Duh! What is this? It's violent. It's like, look at the sparkles. I can't stop it right the hell now. You see this? I'm way too drunk for this, I'm telling you. I think those three were my favorite. Oh, look at them. Look at this one. It's definitely a black base, but they're all these like sparkly multi-dimensional shades. Which one? I guess I'll just do the other three. This one that's like a full gray is more like a standard kind of satin shimmer. It doesn't have any sparkles the way all of the other shades do. The other ones are very, very sparkly. That silver one is just like a flat kind of satiny shade. This one is a little bit maybe underwhelming, like as far as all of the other shades go. Like this black based with like purple sparkles, but I swatched you my favorite three up here. Like, ooh, sparkle, sparkle, sparkly, sparkly. Oh, I can't. They're all super stunning. I'm so excited for the Mean Greens to arrive, and I think I'll probably do like a video on that palette specifically since it will be a new release, and just swatch it out in case, you know, you guys might be interested in checking it out. My indie brand shadow videos don't always do so freaking good, except maybe my haul videos, but every time like I'm testing a new release that's an indie brand, like they don't seem to get that many views. So I don't know if that's something that you guys like to see me do, is like swatch it out. I mean, I'm getting better, especially my very last video. I'm definitely getting better at like doing the swatch ups and the close-up shots, where I have definitely like, I think, struggled with camera issues and just setup and all of that stuff in the past. I'm watching the battery here. We got 2 lines left. All right, let's talk about KIMA Cosmetics. It is K-E-I-M-A, and I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. I picked up a couple of things from them. Please do not mind the staining that is going on. I want to say that they had one palette in particular that was a little bit on the newer side, the Skulls and Roses palette. This one might be my favorite of all of the ones that I hauled today. So I picked up 2 other things. I picked up the Multi-Chrome Special Effect eyeshadow. You guys, I couldn't pass it up. Like, even the design is stunning. And then I also picked up the Chrome Prism Gloss. I guess I couldn't pass this up either. Let's take this out. Ugh, yikes, yikes. It's a multi-chrome gloss. It's like green to purple. Can you? Yes, you totally can see that. I didn't hold it quite long enough, but ugh, I can't. It's a little bit of a stickier formula. Purple to green to purple The green. Oh, please, please. Shall we try it on? I have a thing about like trying lip products on like almost immediately. Okay. Can you see the flip? It's so hard to tell if you can see it. I don't know. I don't know if you can. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if I want to keep this on right now. I feel a little silly. It's nice and like creamy, like an emollient. It's not an overly tacky formula, you know, but I got lip lines and it's like emphasizing them. So there's that. I don't know. I like the idea of these glosses. I don't know if they're practical to like wear, you know, if I'm going to put this on and just be like going to the grocery store, just pushing the shopping cart like, hey, hey, so this is normal. But I like the idea of it. It might just be fun to play around. Anyway, let's open this multi-chrome special effect eyeshadow. Squeal, squeal. Look at that. Oh, stop it. You guys, this is why I can't stop shopping. Because look at like how excited I get over this stuff. Okay. Carrie, you need to get it together. Get it together, hun. Oh, I just touched it. Oh, look at that. Oh my. This particular shade is like my kind of shift. I love this like purple to green. So there's it. Really stunning. Like it's so soft and deliciously creamy. Did I need one like this all on its own, or do I have a bunch of these like in palettes? The latter. But still, like this packaging was just, look at this. It is so absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And also they sent these. Like it came with necklaces. Life is beautiful, and it looks like a hummingbird. I almost said dove, but it came with 2 of them in the package, which I thought was nice. I always like when they do like an extra little touch. I don't know, for a small business, you know, that's always like really nice. Plus when they throw in a card and they're like, oh, here's your 20% off for your next order. KIMA actually gave me 20%, which so a lot of times they don't go that high. They'll go like 10, sometimes 15%, but in this case, they gave me 20%, or they give all new customers 20%, which is actually really nice and, you know, definitely enticing. But let's get to swatching this palette to see the quality here. So it's Skulls and Roses. And I think I told you guys this is not that old of a palette release, if I'm not mistaken. Not as old as some of the other ones. And it's a metallic multi-chrome eyeshadow palette. I love the artwork. You know, not that I'm like into skulls or anything, but just like something about, I don't know, it just looks badass to me. Oh, stop it. Look, I told you guys, all grungy this time around. I think I have like 1 palette or 2 palettes that didn't like come with super grungy color stories. I must have like had a week where I was just mad. Oh, where do I start? Oh, you guys, I can't deal with it. This is why I keep buying shit that I just, I know what my problem is, okay? Let's start with these 3. We're going full bore. We're gonna swatch every one of these shimmers. I can't not. Oh. Okay, that one looks very similar to the one that I swatched earlier, but this isn't like, oh, that's not a green shift. Oh, heavens, look at this shade. You could do something serious with that one. This one does have like some strange scent, which someone said could be like the binding oil that they use for these shimmer shades, and that sometimes have a scent to it. And this one definitely came out with like a pretty pungent scent. They don't always. Sometimes they have virtually no smell. This is one of those flat multi-chromes. It's called Chroma. I mean, these are all supposed to be multi-chromes, right? Like every one of these, I'm assuming. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called a multi-chrome effect eyeshadow palette. Oh, that one is kind of more similar to the one that I just swatched in this single. This is almost like a satiny shimmer with just gold sparkles. I can't deal with the beautifulness of this. I could literally play with this palette and create new looks for like 2 weeks. That's how I feel about this. Like I don't feel like I would get bored with it. Where sometimes I do like 2 looks and I'm like, that's all I wanted. You know, sometimes like the palette, it seems like it'll do more, and then when you get it, you're kind of, look at that sparkly craziness. Holy shit. Whoa, shit. Anyway, sometimes I just feel like, look at that creaminess. Guys, stop it right the freak now. This one's really chunky, but stop that. Just stop it. Stop being fabulous. Oh, you can tell I'm buzzed. All right, let's swatch some of these mattes. Oh gosh. Oh, what am I doing? Anyway, sometimes the palettes, they seem like they can do more, than once you start working with them, you're like, yeah, two looks was like all you had in you, basically, you know? Or sometimes they just come out so similar that like, what's the purpose? I think I'm actually gonna do another eyeshadow declutter because I have been hauling all of these eyeshadow palettes and my preference is like 100% changing lately. Like there's so many palettes I need to be honest and not collect that I genuinely need to get rid of. Here are some of these super rich mattes. And I would prefer to play with like these quality color stories way more than like some of the, I don't know, mainstream brands that I have. How consistent is this, you guys? Focus. There we go. Like it really seems like a good pairing between the matte shades and the shimmers. Oh, I can't. So beautiful. Anyway, I think that is upcoming. I think another eyeshadow declutter is in order. I must have decluttered like 30 or 40 eyeshadow palettes, which wasn't a lot. I mean, I don't have a huge collection. It might be a lot more now, but it's not like some people, you know, who have like 250. I want to say I only have like 150 palettes. I'm usually pretty good about like getting rid of palettes if I don't like them, but there's definitely some that I keep for the purposes of popularity, but I literally have never grabbed a palette that I wanted or kept for reference to talk about on my channel. So I need to be fully honest with myself. You guys, this is a grungy metallic dream is what this is. And it goes super light to super dark. There's something about this color story that really speaks to me that's just like right up my alley in terms of making sense for what I like. And even though I went like a little bit lighter today, I was like using one particular eyeshadow that I wanted to use. So anyway, but when I like playing with shadows, like I've been loving black shadows and black based multi-chromes so much lately. I'm never going to get this off. My top like is, I love this top because it's so comfortable, but like it is fully uneven and it's driving me nuts in the viewfinder. All right, this was a full-on chatty video. You guys can see we have completely lost light in the background. It is so late. The sun has completely gone down. So I think I will just close the blinds. The lighting still looks pretty decent, so hopefully it is. Okay, I was wrong. There is still some light left out there. It looked completely dark, but it is not. So I'll keep the blinds open in case it's like a little bit of a vibe. Okay. All right, there's 3 more palettes to go and there's only 2 brands remaining. So I actually forgot about this one. And I hate to say that, but it wasn't because it was not memorable. It was literally because they weren't on Shop, where I track all of my deliveries, like my orders and my deliveries, I guess. So this showed up and I wasn't tracking it in the app. So this is from Micah Beauty Shop. So I bought the Forever Young palette, which is interesting. Like you literally don't see the name of it like anywhere on the palette itself. So how do you even know what brand this is? Like I'm telling you guys, it's not anywhere on here. You wouldn't even know that what this was unless it came out of the same box. So I think that's a little bit weird. Okay, so this is a little bit of a different color story. It's slightly like lighter. It's not as like deep and grungy, I guess. Like it has deep shades in it, but it's not as kind of grungy fall vibes. Huh, look at this. Like it seems like a really dry shimmer. It's like missing oils. It's almost like a powder, where all these other ones feel nice and creamy. Look at this first one, looks like not so hot right here, where the other ones look super. Whoa, you guys, it looks straight up neon. Like this looks like a glow in the dark shade to me. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, and these are so much nicer in person, I'm telling you. The way that this looks like in the reflection is amazing. All right, let's swatch both some of the lighter shades and some of the deeper shades here. Even that blue one, even though it was like super powdery, I think it's supposed to be. Now that I'm like swatching it out, 90 degrees? No, this is like 1990. Okay, it's like 90, got it. Here are the mattes, the lighter ones. See how they swatch. Look at that periwinkle, how pretty. Okay, these are all very desaturated light shades. Like, you can just tell how buttery they are, but like light. So I'm interested to see what these deeper tones look like too. So let's get into those. Oops. My finger was a little bit wet, so I'm a little nervous. I just dug into that wild shade right here with kind of a wet finger. These don't seem as rich when you swatch them out. They all seem just a little bit lighter. Color Story is fun though. This is definitely like you could get away with like spring and summer vibes. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, you need to focus. There you go. But it's just these shimmers right here. So pretty and kind of different too. There we go. Oh, I don't know. This one is like, upon swatching it, kind of gives me that like, we shall see vibe. Maybe you guys have used Micah Beauty Shop in the past. Like, let me know the quality. I mean, honestly, these two blue shades, the most unique, there we go with the lighting, and stunning of this palette. Anyway, that's Forever Young. Let's do this next one, which you can tell is from Micah Beauty Shop because it says it on there. Simplicity. And I honestly, I don't even think I remember this. Simplicity. Like, I don't remember buying this palette. This honestly gives me like Glaminatrix vibes. Like, the Sugar and Spice palette is actually pretty similar to this. Different tones maybe, but not terribly. Like, it has some kind of neon shades and some off-tone, like cool tones, like in the matte department. So I don't know, it reminds me a lot of that. I didn't even take this off. Hold please. All right, let's swatch all of these shimmers, I think. This one is so unique. It's like a red, but it has like straight up silver sparkles like embedded in it. That one is so weird. This one, ooh, look at that one. I'm swatching all of these. This one is a chunky foiled wetness. All of these feel so different. You guys, it's like little Christmas sparkles. You see that? It's an even red to silver almost. Oh, that one's like a sparkly, dense sparkles. Sparkly, dense sparkles carry words. Words are your friends. Are your friends. Look at those freaking shimmers. This one was like the chunky foiled one, but it's like, it really, I think it can lay like really flat though on the lids. Okay, eyes itching. Wow, it's just like intense. There's so much leftovers there. Okay, there's only two. Is there two more shimmers? Yes, there's two more. Ooh, heaven. It's like a little princess. Look at that. And then this one is like a black, but it's like a satin. It's not really, it's a shimmer, but it's like different. Oh, Creamy Delight. This is one of those tacky, like satin shimmers that has the sparkles embedded in it. Oh, you could really have some fun with these textures. I really just am getting to the point where I'm like, yes, give me different textures in the palette. Yes, please. Yes, please. All right, let's watch some of these mattes. Let's go neutral. Let's go neon. Let's go semi satin. I don't know. This one like has like sparkles in it. Oh gosh, this one is super desaturated. Oh, so is that light green one. Hello. There we go. And that brown is a little more saturated, a little warm toned brown. Let's do Dry Petals is what this one is called. It's another one that looks like a matte with sparkles in it. Just an interesting color story. You've got so many neutrals in here with like a pop of neon green or like kind of a light. I was focusing on my face so much. This, oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys saw that, but so much just came off when I like blew it just now. Okay, that's enough, Carrie. That's enough, Carrie. Some cool ones. This red one is just really kind of cool. But I mean, there's some hard neutrals in here. There's 4 different brown tones, 2 warmer and then like 2 cooler tones. So, you know, you could do a pink look if you mix like this one with this one over here that's like this matte with sparkles in it. It might be a little bit difficult to go like full green if you wanted to like do a green look, but I don't know. The quality of this just seems really good to me. We'll have to see. I definitely feel a little bit of dryness in the mattes, more so than in some of these other ones. Look at these black based shimmers. Like, they go hard. It literally sometimes takes me more than one wet wipe, depending upon the palettes and like what their base is. This one just so many sparkles left over. I'm glad we're like close to the end. Do you guys see this? It's like freaking outer space. I'm totally gonna leave it because I don't even want to sacrifice another wet wipe. I'm definitely excited for this one. Sometimes you just get that vibe, you know? You get that excitement from certain palettes. All right, so last and certainly not least, I picked up a palette from Titanium Foxes. I want to say it was Deandra Nicole, like something she posted that said like the best spring palettes that she tried. I saw it in a short on Instagram and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go check it out. Thank you for that. I didn't need more, but thank you. And they wrote me a cute little note. Thank you for your support. And we wish you a happy sparkly, we wish you a sparkly something with Poppy Quiet. So Poppy Quiet is the palette that I picked up, and I've never heard of Titanium Foxes before. Deandra Nicole had them in the short, but I'm totally into trying any indie brand with a color story that appeals to me. That's just where we're at. This is the most different of all of the palettes. This is like a light, springy toned vibe. You've got some warm tones in here, but it looks like it just the pairing here, it goes light to dark. You can go cool to warm. You've got some different textures in the shimmers. You've got some duochromes and some multichromes. You've got decent pairings between mattes and shimmers. Like, okay, all right, you sold me. You sold me, spring. And we are swatching every one of these shimmers. You guys, I get so geeked out. That's all it is. That's all it is. Just me geeking out. Okay, those are the first three. This one is absolutely stunning. Like, I could see that one on the lid just being delightful. Look at, I forgot to swatch one. Okay, there's the fourth one. Look how sparkly I am. It's crazy. Why is this eye itching? This Poppy Gem one though looks so good. Like in the pan, it looks super stunning, and in real life, it's like a green shift. You see that? There. It doesn't do it justice on camera, quite honestly. I have so much sparkle. It's wild. Full glam Poppy. Whoa. I honestly, I love these different textures. All right, these are the four remaining shimmers. That one's actually pretty similar to the one above it, but it's a different formula. It's definitely like a flatter, creamier multi-chrome, duochrome. Is this a duochrome? It's hard to tell what they are. Those are all of the shimmers. Let's see the flips in any of these. It just wants to focus on my face like 9 times out of 10. Let's swatch some of these mattes. You guys, I literally need to retire my fingers for the evening. Let's do a blue, a purplish. Let's do some of these teals and this light tangerine shade. Pretty. Oh, what in God's name was that? There we go. Okay, some of these mattes feel a little hard pressed. They're not swatching the absolute greatest. Does that tell the whole story? No. Am I underwhelmed by swatching them? Yes, a little bit. But we shall see how this comes out. Oh, the camera. Focus on the flip. Focus on the flip. All of these are just absolutely stunning. You guys, this eye, I just literally want to poke it out. Okay, now my trash can is literally overflowing with wet wipes. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you had some fun with me. I always have fun doing these videos. If you guys are not currently subscribed, I would love to see you subscribe. I'm out of here for this evening. I'm gonna go close the blinds, do the dishes. Well, I'm gonna start by cleaning myself up first. I'm out of here, you guys, and I hope to catch you all in my next video. Bye, guys.